Okay. So I remember really disliking the first one, but everybody says that the second one is amazing
I
or
haven't
whatever.
seen Brotherhood yet either.
So I haven't finished it, but based off of the way people talk about it, I would probably put it. I know that it's going to be in the top one, but I think we have to put it in the haven't seen one.
Really? So, okay. I think we should make a judgment based on what we have seen then. I haven't seen Brotherhood, you haven't seen Brotherhood, but we have both
I
seen.
mean, I mean, I've seen a bunch of clips and I understand the story.
Yeah, me too.
You know what it is? I feel like Full Metal Alchemist is what people fucking believe Attack on Titan to be.
That's
Like,
actually really funny, yeah.
I feel like they do a better job telling the story. The characters are better,
Hmm.
and like, they're still Nazi shit,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. It's
And I,
still.
and I think its art style is very good.
I do too. I think, okay, so it's iconic, right? Like, it's one of those animes that when you talk about anime, people think about. Um,
And it's usually rated within the top five, like of everybody's anime list.
but,
And we
sorry.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, Brotherhood we haven't seen, but the original one, we're just going to base our judgments on the one that we watched on Adult
Oh,
Swim. Yeah,
if we're putting that, I guess I could appreciate it, but I wouldn't watch it again.
that's where I'd put it, and I'd
Uh,
actually put it lower. Than I haven't seen Black Rock, but I think I would have watched Lupin before I watched Full Metal, and it's only because I've seen so much fragmented Full Metal stuff. Like you see an episode here, an episode there, that it's like I
and the
don't need
fights
to.
are really good.
Yeah, but I don't need to see it again.
Uh,
The
is
original
this
Ghost in the Shell.
is this like we're gonna purely base this on like I feel like this one belongs in one of the top three, and I kind of want to put it at the top.
I would put this at the top
No,
too. Actually, I think the
not
original.
above not above Bebop or Akira, but I think that the original is so foundational
Yeah, I would
to anime
actually,
in general.
and the I would put it above Howl's Moving Castle. I would actually, I think I'd put it above Sailor Moon.
I mean I'm fine with that. I just it's just so important. And
It
like I've watched some of the later ones and it's like it's it's the thing about that show is it's so much more cerebral than almost every other show on this list.
anything. Well, the first movie is one of the like it put forth one of the craziest questions about AI that was never really put forth, and it was like existing as a consciousness outside of a physical body, and it did it so, like you said, cerebrally and subtly, and it wraps it up in this beautiful cyberpunk package. Like, I think it's a work of art. I think it's exactly belongs there.
I think that sometimes that show is like struggling from its own success where it's too cerebral
Hmm.
sometimes, and I think that it loses people because you have to be thinking like it's almost like you're thinking on layers, right?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm fine with that where it is.
Yeah, I agree. Is this Blood the Last Vampire? Is that what this is?
I don't know.
Or is this that? Hang on. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Haven't watched it.
Yeah, we're gonna put that in haven't watched because we can't identify it.
What's this one? You know what this one is?
It looks like some hair mass anime. I don't know.
Oh, it's Rossifon.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. It's probably not Rossifon. Um, what is
I
this?
haven't seen Hunter x Hunter
I
either.
haven't either. All right. People are gonna hate us. We haven't seen. We are old. Look at this fucking list. We're so old. All right, JoJo's
Oh,
Bizarre
Hunter's an
Adventure.
old list.
JoJo.
Are you gonna be honest?
It would go here for me if I'm being completely honest.
I think it's average at best.
I'll,
Like I don't
I'll give
I
you
feel
average.
like you could put it wherever you want on there. I just like I get what it is,
Hmm.
but like it's I don't think it's as good as everybody says it is.
Well, okay, so the anime, I guess the point I'm trying to make is the manga is really what was the art of it, like because the original mangaka is like huge, Araki and all this stuff. Like that was originally what gave it so much of its. It's like Berserk, right? if you were to tier Berserk the manga and Berserk the anime, it would be completely different. It's kind of like that with JoJo
Yeah,
too.
but we're doing the anime.
Well, there's no Berserk on here, so we don't have to worry about me being shamed.
Yeah, because the other list had Berserk on it.
Um, so where in average are we putting this? That's the question. I would put it
I
probably,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, I
Or
think
above Big O, wherever you want to put it.
it's more fun than these shows, I think. So that's what makes it more fun.
You can move Detective Conan now to the top of background shows.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what this next show is.
I have no idea what this is. I don't even know what it's. What is that?
I have no idea.
Huh. Have you seen Monster? I've heard really good thing about Monster.
No, I've heard about it a bunch of times. I just haven't gotten to sit around to watch it. And I
It,
know it's older, so it's gonna be like pulling teeth.
and it's cerebral. It's a seinen, and it's about a doctor. It's like, I mean, it's gonna be a tough watch, I think.
Well, I mean, we both haven't watched it, so
I would
I
like to
think it has
watch
to go
that.
in there.
I think we need to watch Monster.
What is this next one?
I I'm pretty sure it's Made in Abyss.
You sure?
I think
Zoom
it's
in.
that's Made in Abyss, right? We're calling this one Made in Abyss because Made in Abyss isn't anywhere on this list, and that's what we're gonna call this. I don't. We might be
Okay,
completely
okay.
wrong, but I think
Okay. I'd put okay, you say first and then I'll tell you where I want to put it.
I want to put it here.
You want to put it below follicular?
Yeah, but I
Okay,
mean now we
so
can shift fully coolly. My veto was just to get it at the top, so I mean we have to actually discuss this.
I think because it's newer and it's not in like I feel like not enough people know about that show
Hmm.
that I'm fine putting it there. But if we were just rating them in terms of how good they are, I'd put it above Akira.
Really?
I like that show.
Okay. Actually,
I mean,
okay.
definitely better than Sailor Moon.
If
Definitely
it
better than Sailor Moon.
if yeah, okay. So if we were rating it based on like which show I would watch first, my rating would probably be Fully Coolly Made in Abyss and then Cowboy Bebop. To be honest.
But I'm fine where it is because Fooly Cooley is older.
Hmm.
But I'm also not holding the second show against it.
Yeah, that's true. We're just
So
talking
I'm
that.
fine where it is.
Wait,
But
Zach,
in terms of
what second show? There was never a second Fooly Cooley show.
I'm just saying, I mean, they went season one, season two, and the movie, and all three of them are good.
Yeah,
I feel like we can't say that about most of this other stuff.
it's true.
Like anything that's had more than one thing, because
Hmm.
Soul Eater not, it's pretty shit.
Yeah,
And, you know,
you're not wrong though.
Bleach has all the filler.
I think it's in that special tier with not Demon Slayer. It's like where it's like, wow, this is the new cultural milestone. Like this is the the what do I want to say? The king of modern anime. All right, back.
I think that once more stuff comes out, it's gonna get boosted. Like the sort of the way that like so for a long time, like I'm just gonna use like an analogy. For a long time, the Persona games were like really big, right, in Japan,
Mhm.
right, and people knew about them here, but it didn't get super big until like the fourth one, and when the fifth one came out, like exploded. And I think that's what's gonna happen with that show
Oh, Made in Abyss.
because
Yeah, I agree.
like I could see I really think if it got the kind of eyes that these other shows got on it, I think it could be anywhere.
I
Like
well, I
I
I
think it'd be really hard for it to be Bebop, but I think that it could be Akira.
I do think it. We are overlooking some of the parts that make it hard to watch. Like,
Yeah. I understand, but I think in terms of music, style,
yes,
story,
yes, yes.
like
I
it
agree.
checks all the boxes.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And
I'm not arguing with you in its excellency. I definitely agree with you. I think it's stronger at storytelling than Cowboy Bebop. I think it's stronger at storytelling than Fooly Cooley. But
I, it just doesn't have the eyes and it doesn't have the support. And for if we're basing this not on cultural impact, I would probably put it at the top.
Yeah, I would. I would. It'd be way at the top for me too.
Like I think if we were doing that, I'd probably put Howl's higher too.
Yeah, if it was just
Um,
based on watchability, I think I would have um, what's it called? Afro Samurai would be higher. Watchability. Dragon Ball Z would probably be a little higher because it's just easy to watch.
yeah, it's definitely background,
Yeah.
especially if you're watching like Kai or something like that, where
Yeah.
like it's more condensed.
Or Super, where it's like you're kind of invested in it a little bit more. But yeah,
Okay,
we got really off on a tangent. Made in Abyss is an amazing show, and if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
like right now, like
Yeah.
it's on Amazon, it's on
Yeah,
Prime.
it's not even on Crunchyroll or on the main things, but yeah, it's so fucking worth it. It is a Miyazaki film wrapped up in the darkest fucking storyline. It is so good. It's got some of the best character and world building I've seen in
Like
decades.
like like I would tell you to leave right now and watch the show.
Yeah, it's way
Like
better than what we're doing. Are you fucking kidding me? If you have the choice to watch the rest of this tier list or watch Made in Abyss, please, begging you, go watch Made in Abyss. Anyway, Outlaw Star, Zach.
you mean my favorite anime ever?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I think it.
Um,
I think it goes an excellent would watch again. I think it's way better than Yu Yu Hakusho, only because the characters are better, and
and it's
the
shorter.
and it's shorter. Yep. And I think
I
it looks cooler. It's just cooler than Yu Yu Hakusho.
There was a period where I was rewatching it. It's still good.
Is
Like
it? Yeah.
I think that Gene is a very well written character, and fuck, what is the other character's name? Uh, just like I can't remember his name, but like I think that those two and Alfina are so well written,
Hmm.
and like it's from the same era as Trigun and Bebop, and it's just so good to me. Like, and it doesn't have the same problems that like a lot of like those shows from that era have, where they like super date themselves.
I would. So it's
So
probably the top of the excellent would watch again. I would say.
that is it, where it is for me.
Yeah, that's where I'd put it too, actually, because I think it's basically it's because it's hard to be like it's not a copy of Cowboy Bebop, right? Because it kind of has that same swagger and cyber or space punk feel, I guess is what you would call that. But
Yeah, but I don't think it's as good as Bebop, but I like the show.
yes,
And I I'm gonna tell you, if I were gonna rewatch either one of them, I like Alice better, but Cowboy Bebop is a better show to put on in the background and just show people. Alice Star isn't that show.
yeah, I agree.
Um, I don't know where we're putting this shit because the anime isn't the same as the books, and the books are better.
Yeah, I completely agree. I didn't watch the anime, and I feel like another problem with Death Note is the fan base. I feel like there's like a whole chunk of the fan base that likes it because it's edgy and not because it's cerebral. And
Like, so I've only seen parts of it too.
mhm,
Like once I found out that the ending was different, I didn't watch it.
yeah, I didn't know the ending was different.
Yeah, the ending's different.
I would put
So
it and
I mean, we could put it,
appreciate, but wouldn't watch again.
but wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
better than Full Metal. I don't know about Black Rock. Is it better than Black Rock?
Um, I think in general the story is probably better.
I think I want to move Tenchi Muyo down. I think it's worse than Lupin,
Okay.
and I think I would rather watch Death Note than Yu Yu Hakusho too. What do you think?
Okay, you said
Oh, I did it
wait,
again.
then
Yeah, I
you
keep doing that. I meant, um, yeah, this. What is this show?
Tenchi.
Tenchi. Thank you. Yes, I would rather watch.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, all right. Your Name. I think this is excellent, and I would watch it again. But this might be your veto for
But you know
Exquisite.
I'm gonna fight you right now. I have to look at the rest of the list.
I think this is gonna be your
I
veto.
I think that that movie did more to open the Western audience to anime than a lot of the other things on this list.
I'd agree with you there.
Like I think that it belongs in the top. I think that it's probably not as influential as Sailor Moon. Um, just because Sailor Moon has all those years, right? Like
Mm.
it's hard to beat the number of years, but in terms of like, you know, there were people that I showed that movie to and they like cried, like people who don't watch anime.
Yeah, yeah.
And I I agree that that part of that story is broken, but I understand why because they ran out of money halfway through.
Mm.
So that's the reason the ending sort of wraps very quickly. Um, but I'm fine with it right there. I think between it and Howls, I would watch either one of them again.
So,
Like no issue. Like if you put it on, I'd be fine.
uh, if we're talking about which one I would watch first, of course, this is much different. But I think this is if you're fine with your
I,
veto being in art, because I liked his other works. I liked 30 centimeters per second. Um, like I feel like there's a lot of really good serious animes, and I agree with you. Yes, it did open up the whole world for that type in its success, but it wasn't
I
my
I've
favorite.
seen it a bunch of times, and the last time I watched it was not under the best circumstances, but it like made me cry like a bit. So
I mean,
and
I'm fine
like
with that if you
the
want to
fact
use
that
that.
the fact that one band did all the music is insane to me.
The fool. I mean, Fooly Cooly. They
Yeah,
did.
but this is a whole.
No, 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 no! Don't give me that. See this? See, I would do this. See,
No,
if this was the actual tier list, this is how it would look for me. Well, actually, it would look like this. Sorry, it would look like. Well, actually, it would probably look like this.
you know what it is? I think it's because Fully Cooley had that shitty second season. I really
Oh,
feel like whereas like you know that the author has had some really good movies and his new movie's coming out. It's supposed to be insane.
all right. What do you think of this? This is your veto, so you get to choose if you want to put it above Fooly Cooly. I know you like it better than Fooly Cooly, and I would probably agree with you in the sense that it has more of a cultural impact than Fooly Cooly. But I had to sneak Made in Abyss up at the top there. I'm sorry. We
I
gushed
think that
about
it's
it too
really
much.
hard to hit. I think it's really hard to break those top four.
Yeah, I do too. I think this top four right here is literally anime. Like this is what you think of when you think of anime.
Yeah, I'm fine with leaving it right there. Like I think that Made in Abyss is better, but it also has like more time, right? It's a movie
Yeah,
and two full
yeah,
seasons.
yeah.
Okay.
Are
Uh,
you okay with me? Yeah, okay. Trigun. Trigun is better than Outlaw Star for me. I would put Trigun right here. It's
I definitely think it's better. I'm just
or
I
it's either here
don't.
or here. It's either the bottom of exquisite or the top of excellent.
Ugh. This is the argument that I knew we were going to get in because I don't know either because I feel like it's definitely not as good as Howl's or those shows in the top.
Hmm.
But I agree that it's better than everything else in the excellent category.
Way better. Yeah.
But I just most of that show is filler. And
Yeah.
like and but not that it's bad
But
because
yeah,
those episodes are great.
I was just about to say it's really good filler though. That's the problem. It's just like you can forgive the filler because you want to exist in well, you don't want to exist in the world, but you want to know like it's the mystery of who Vash is and like all of that stuff is so compelling. I don't know. I this is tough because it almost is a work
I'm
of art because can you think of anything that looks like Trigun? It's so unique.
it no those three shows look almost exactly the same.
You think
Like in
so?
terms of like their art style, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, and Outlaw Star have almost the exact same hand drawn art style.
It's like lanky,
It's
yeah.
more it's more the palette.
Hmm. Yeah, okay,
I
I see
think
what you're
that
saying.
it's better than the rest of the shows in the excellent tier enough to put it at the bottom of the next.
I'll give it to you. But I don't know. Are we talking about maximum? Because I would fucking say maximum's the worst thing. Okay, here's what I'll say. We won't count maximum if we don't count any Fooly Cooly. Deal? Deal.
Okay.
All right, we made the deal. We don't talk about
Uh,
Fooly Cooly. Paranoia
okay.
Agent.
I didn't finish watching it.
I didn't see all of it, but I would put it probably above it. I mean, I want to watch it. It's something I want to watch again. I'd put it in maybe average. I would watch it before I'd watch those shows.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Pokemon. I think it goes here.
See,
But the
at the
thing,
bottom,
no, no, not at
but
the
like it
bottom.
just ended. The Ash's story just ended,
It's
and
insane.
it's
I know.
like, and like the way the last fight ended, it's like so crazy. Like I don't know where to put it. Like I can make recommendations for it to be in the top one, but it's because of longevity, right? Like
Yeah.
Pokemon is like the LeBron James of fucking anime,
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
Like you're going 20 plus years, like 25 years, and you're still up there, right? You're the number one media property. You're above
yeah.
Disney. You're above all of that stuff. You're number one over $100 billion,
I feel
and
like
it's
there's.
like,
Okay,
but
so.
but if, like you said, we're doing the anime in a nutshell. I would not watch it again,
Mhm.
but it is an excellent show, and I think it's I don't know if I would put it at the top, but I think it's somewhere in those three.
I would put it. Okay, it's better than Bleach. I'll give you that. It's better than Bleach. I would say I like Bleach more because of its themes and its maturity. You know, it's cooler to watch Bleach than it is to watch Pokemon. But I would say Pokemon is more of a cornerstone. It deserves that second place, right next to Dragon Ball Z. Only reason Dragon Ball Z is above it is because I would rather watch Dragon Ball Z than Pokemon.
Okay, we're gonna do like one more.
Okay. This is
Well, I don't even remember it. So you can
it's a
put that on the
background show.
habits.
It's a background show. I like it.
Okay, let's do the one controversy one, and then we'll stop.
Rurouni Kenshin is controversy. Oh my God, you're right. It's got to be. It's another one of these where it's either here or here, right?
Well, and it's another one where you have to separate the art from the artist.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, it's very true.
He's the Kanye West of anime.
Yeah, except Kanye West didn't even make good music. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Oh man, it's good. Like it's
It's
a
really
good show.
and you can include Samurai X in that, and Samurai X is a really badass miniseries. Or is it a movie? It's a movie.
It's an OVA.
It's an OVA, yeah, okay. But yeah, it's
I
that is really tough. But the show, have you watched the show in any sort of
oh
recent light? Like
I would say maybe 15 years ago, but
it's
there's a lot of really slow
I was
episodes.
just
I
about to
think
say
that
that it meanders. It's very meandering. Like it
I really like the characters, but
Mhm.
I don't think they're as bombastic as like other characters are in these shows,
I
right? That
agree.
they feel way more like obviously the techniques they use are insane, but the characters actually feel very rooted,
Yep.
right? Like that you feel like they exist in the world. These things could happen, whatever their combat abilities, fucking whatever. But I think that it's somewhere between those two.
I
I think
think
that where you have it is probably fine.
would you rather watch Rurouni Kenshin? Well, I think it has to go above Outlaw Star just because more people would watch Rurouni Kenshin before they would watch Outlaw Star. Even if you would watch Outlaw Star, I think Rurouni Kenshin has that longevity.
And we'll finish the rest of this when I get back.